Here is a quick revision of kidney function test. Group 1 test, I will cover important points, not thoroughly. Okay. सो ग्रुप फर्स्ट में जो मेन पॉइंट है कि प्री रिनल कंडीशन को रीनल कंडीशन और पोस्ट रिनल से अलग करती है ग्रुप फर्स्ट टेस्ट. नाउ अगर रिटेंशन होता है तो ब्लड यूरिन नाइट्रोजन और क्रिएटिनिन का जो रेशियो होता है वो हायर होता है अप टू 40 तक. बट इन द केस ऑफ प्री रिनल कंडीशन, एब्सेंस ऑफ प्री रिनल कंडीशन, हो सकता है अर्ली स्टेजेस में हमको नेगेटिव हो, क्योंकि हमारी जो रीनल ट्यूब्यूल्स होती है वो सिक्रेट करती रहती है अप टू अ रेंज. ओके, नाउ द प्रेजेंस ऑफ नॉर्मल ब्लड फ्लो बट एनी इंक्रीज इन क्रिएटिनिन वैल्यू, सो देयर इज सजेस्ट इंडिकेशन मॉडरेट टू सीवियर किडनी डैमेज और सीवियर ट्यूबुलर डैमेज, जिसमें आपको रेशियो दिखेगा कम से कम 10 तक इन प्री रीनल कंडीशन. नाउ पोस्ट रीनल कंडीशन में जो ब्लड यूरिन नाइट्रोजन और क्रिएटिनिन का रेशियो होता है वो 14 से कम होता है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन टू यूरिया एक्सक्रीशन. नाउ वंस रीनल डैमेज is detected, we will additional test that group 2, group 3 and so on. Now group 2, nephritis 1, glomerulonephritis, and nephritis 2, nephrotic syndrome. In nephritis type 1, moderate loss of proteinuria but increase in serum cholesterol. It is moderate increase in serum cholesterol is observed. In nephritis type 2, that is nephrotic syndrome, massive loss of proteinuria and very high value in serum cholesterol are observed. A typical electrophoretic protein pattern with decreased albumin and gamma globulin but increased beta and alpha globulin indicate nephritis. Understood? I will summarize thoroughly. Nephritis type 1, that is glomerulonephritis, moderate loss of proteinuria and moderate increased serum cholesterol. In nephritis second, nephrotic syndrome, massive loss proteinuria and very high cholesterol. A typical electrophoretic pattern seems that decreased albumin and gamma globulin, increased beta and alpha globulin. Now group 3. So group 3 measure glomerular filtration rate, that is it measure the excretory capacity, that is amount of substance excreted in urine compared to concentration of same substance in the plasma. Now important point to be noted, clearance tests are more useful and sensitive than the retention of substance such as urea and creatinine. That's why substance are not alleviated in blood until our kidney function decreases less than 50%. Now at normal level of creatinine in blood, it is filtered in the glomerulus. It neither secreted nor reabsorbed by tubules, which it's creatinine neither secreted nor reabsorbed by tubules. And final important point, creatinine clearance, it also give idea of GFR, that is glomerular filtration rate. So in group 4, it measure tubular secretory function. It determines specific gravity, that is concentrating and diluting power of the kidney. Here is a note, this test or this group 4 test can also be useful in indicate the presence of renal defect, because in some cases where the blood urea is within the normal limits but we can't detect it. Here is another test, osmolarity test, that is total concentration or dissolved particles, that is solute, in a particular specimen, that is urine, and it is regulated by osmoreceptor that is sensitive to change a solute rather than change to specific gravity. And normal ratio urine osmolarity to serum osmolarity is 3.0 or more. Now ammonia. Ammonia measures the ability to produce ammonia in the state of acidosis. Ammonia obviously produced by tubules. Now PSP. PSP is a dye which is removed from plasma about 60 to 70%. Understood? Then during first passage, that is kidney, about 20% removed by liver, about 60 to 70% from plasma, and about 20% through kidney, normally removed by the liver. The portion of the dye that is removed by kidney is about 6%. I repeat, 60 to 70% plasma, 20% liver, and the portion removed by kidney, that is 6%, that is excreted by glomerular filtration. Now 94% are secreted by tubules. The 6% of kidney, 94% are secreted by tubules. This test mainly measuring secretory capacity of tubule. In the absence of renal disease, the test may be used as a measure of blood renal flow, because it is a dye which flow through the kidney, so it measures the renal blood flow. Now group 5. Group 5 measure the acid-base status, the reabsorption of sodium defect which causes hypokalemia, as simple as that, and it is due to dehydration, electrolytic depletion. Now potassium can be excreted by filtration as well as tubular secretion. Potassium can be both, can be either filtration as well as tubular secretion. Hence, in chronic renal failure, serum potassium may be normal or slightly elevated. In chronic condition, potassium may be normal or slightly elevated. In increased level of urine chlorine, it's chloride, not chlorine. Increased level of urine chloride indicate dehydration, starvation, increased salt intake. And increased chloride indicate dehydration, starvation, and increased salt. The decreased level of chloride can be decreased salt intake, fluid loss due to diarrhea, vomiting, sweating, sodium retention. Inorganic phosphorus and calcium are also measured in group 5. The accumulation of substances like phosphate, sulfate, and non-protein nitrogenous substance in blood which causes metabolic acidosis. There may be a failure of renal tubular mechanism for the secretion of hydrogen ions and formation of ammonia. Depletion in serum bicarbonate are also observed. In the case of failure of renal tubular mechanism, we are jump into bicarbonates. In the case of failure of renal tubular mechanism for the secretion of hydrogen ion and formation of ammonia, which causes depletion in serum bicarbonate, there is alkali reserve. And lastly, group 5 test is blood gases. This is partial pressure of O2, CO2 and blood pH.